We should be streaming.
Let's
If anyone wants to
start the show.
double check that.
I'm checking. I'm checking.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm checking too. It looks good.
Great. We're just gonna all pile in on the stream. We'll be the only viewers. It's fine.
Yeah.
Actually, here I'm gonna let's see. If
Wait,
this works.
you're still offline for me, dude. Twitch.tv, Radagast1, you're still offline.
I'm still offline.
Yeah, for me at least.
Aloonion, can you see?
Checking.
I think I could do it on mine as well.
No, you're online. You're online. I can see you. Yeah, you're talking to me. I'm talking back.
Oh, there we go. Now I see it. I do see it now. Fantastic.
Sweet. Yeah,
Right.
7 people watching. All right.
Wow,
Here we go.
7 people already? Okay. We're going to do a test here real quick, see if that works. Oh my god, look at that. It pops up on the screen. It's super small, though, so I should probably fix that.
It is actually okay. Here we go.
That's
Wait, for me, so I'm showing a 54-second episode came and went, like disappeared.
It's not.
Oh, you're on the left side now, dude. Okay.
Oh,
here
yeah.
we go.
I see.
There we go.
I see it.
Live now.
I went away
Live
for a
now.
second.
But seems some issues. Are you doing anything new or?
Well, yeah. So we're on new hardware right now, much better hardware. Is it? So it's coming in.
Oh, you got a
now?
new machine?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Congrats. Let's hear about it. We are live. MUME talk. Is this what is this?
This is
14?
15.
Holy shit.
It says on live. I'm just double checking to make sure that it's
Yeah. I
running
got it.
smoothly.
I got it. Yeah.
Okay. And we should have chat actually in the stream now.
Whoa!
It's a little bit small. I'll make it a little bit bigger. Oops, not that.
Oh, I see it, dude.
There we go. We
Nice
got
work,
chat
man.
in the stream. Nice. All right. So without further ado, we're going to get into it. MUME Talk 15. Today we've got special guest Aloonion with us. That is the way that you say it, right? It's not like Aloonion or something.
It's not Aloonion or anything like that.
Good.
The Amazon Rings of Power writing room was not involved in designing your name.
Exactly. Yeah. Unfortunately, they rejected all my scripts.
Well, that's a
So how
shame
do you say
because
Just so I know it is how do you say it?
Oh, Aloonion.
Aloonion.
Right on.
Awesome.
and this is
And
not. Oh, go ahead.
yeah. Oh, yeah. When I made my name, for the record, I had no idea that it was a food. Now I know.
That it was a fruit.
Food.
I didn't know
Aloe
I
is
thought cheese.
onion, I think.
Oh.
In is it India? I think. And
Oh.
onion. Wait, no, sorry, potato. It's potato, so potato onion.
It's a huge
basically,
difference,
is what it
man.
comes to.
I dare you to
Yeah.
go take a bite out of an onion and then potato and tell me that they're the same. Okay.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
Welcome, dude.
Yeah, this is not
Thanks,
actually
thanks.
the first time that you've been on the podcast. You helped introduce some of the Subrace features last week, and you did such an amazing job. We're like, well, we got to get this guy on again. So,
Thanks, man.
Yeah, your talent compelled us. We were like, oh, this guy, yeah.
yeah, exactly.
That's nice.
Welcome. Welcome, man. And you have made a name for yourself as a major coder, an up and coming implementer, huh?
Oh well, I'll let other people say that. But yeah, I guess I've been pretty active in the last year with various projects. So
Awesome,
yeah.
man. Awesome.
Now you've because you started. When did you first start working on your first MC deal?
Unfortunately, I don't think I can see direct dates. Other people can, but I can't. I think it was late December of last year.
Late December. Wow. So in under a year,
Yeah.
you're already at MS. That's really quick. 'Cause
Yeah.
That's one step below Valar right there.
Right. Yeah, that's one step. Yeah.
That's excellent. That's crazy. Well, we're gonna have to dive into getting all your wisdom from building later on for sure. But to start things off, much like last week, you mind diving into some of the Subrace features for us?
Yeah. Sure. Okay. So, Tarknar, but I've actually never said that out loud. But let's just call them
Yeah.
Tarks.
Welcome to podcasting. Yeah, we're like, okay,
Yeah.
how do we say this? Yeah, okay, all right.
Right. So in the ones that start with Z, I have even less idea how to pronounce. Anyway, so Tarks got 4 new features. Let me get them on my screen.
We're just gonna wait here awkwardly for you.
Okay, so they have the ability now to use herbal kits with equal to a 3 kit upgrade, which is pretty good in my estimation.
That's excellent.
Very solid, yeah.
Okay.
And I assume that stacks with any existing upgrades you have, or it's on top of that, or
Can anyone hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
yeah.
You
Hello?
there? Oh no.
Okay, I'm back. So,
There we go.
everyone doing
There you
super sounds. Okay, I don't know what was up with that. Okay, sorry. Okay, did you get my first one?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Second ability is their increased ability to climb in caves, tunnels, and underground features. And as that was pointed out, that's kind of a feature that's kind of meh, but we think with the other features.
highly forward looking, I would say.
Yeah, that's a good way of saying it.
The number
Someday that will really matter.
Right.
But maybe not today, and maybe not at any point in the past 30 years. Yeah.
That's a good way of saying it. Yeah. Yeah. Right. So the next one is kind of a nod towards shamans. When it comes to raising dead, mana regeneration increases, their awareness increases. And so it's written that the effect is slightly different for shadows and wargs. And also, a very interesting one, a dynamic one, the desire for bloodshed rises when encountering the forces of the West. And
That's the big mystery, right?
exactly, yeah. So yeah, that's one that will, I guess, require some play testing.
Yeah. Has anyone in chat figured out what's going on with that one?
I think Lingura on Elven Runes had claimed it, but I have to confess, given Lingura's attitude and a lot of the subracial changes, I'm sorry to say I maybe don't find him the most unbiased commentator.
Elven Room's gonna be a dangerous place.
Yeah, I think he said it was something like some little OB, like an OB bump or something like that. But I don't know if we have anything conclusive yet. Does anybody in the chat? Anybody know about desire for bloodlust?
I also wonder how much the mana regen is with the shadow. I gotta say, this is an interesting pairing, having mana regen combined with awareness. I mean, awareness is always good.
Well, my guess is that it's cool. I mean, it kind of makes sense if you're controlling a warg, you channel the increased awareness of the warg, right? So my guess, I honestly guess is something like the shadow is like +3 mana regen or +2, like a chunk out of a mana ring equivalent, and a little bit of awareness. But then when you control a warg, it's kind of the inverse, like a lot of an awareness bump, and maybe +1, +2 mana ring. I don't know. But
I wonder how, if it's a +2 or if it's a +2 mana regen bump with a shadow, that's huge. That is massive. Because that's almost a mana ring right there. If you just have a shadow, like I would get raise dead and just raise the shittiest stuff just to have it around.
Yeah, you got like
I wonder if you even need it in the same room. Like if you just have a
emaciated, a starving dog shadow.
Like, I'll go kill a salamander.
That's interesting. Yeah, if you can hide it somewhere. Yeah.
Gotta brainstorm.
That's nice though that they're showing shamans some love though, like because that's a really cool class within Tarknarb.
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought overall the change was really nice. I want a little micro soapbox, micro hot take. I'm not going to go deep on this, but I feel in general that orcs should just have crazy buffed track, right? Because I've been absorbing the stress hormones of the MUME community have been flowing into me because I'm on the podcast, and I've been thinking a lot about PK and like how we can actually help PK, and like rather than try to do player or fight balance, to me it's just like what can we do just to facilitate more PK. And I think you read the lore, you read the Hobbit, you read Lord of the Rings, orcs were insanely just off the charts at tracking. That is a major plot element and kind of story structure of both the stories is orcs tracking ability.
It's true. Yeah, the orcs always found them.
Exactly. Yeah, and for days, and yeah. So I was like honestly hoping for like a plus 25% track boost, or maybe like a reduced moves while tracking for orcs. But I do again. I love the creativity. I love the innovation.
Maybe it's the Zoggers.
Yeah, the Zogs get like yeah. But I just want to say is I love that the God community keeps coming up with changes that like none of us predict.
Yeah.
Right. Just from a sheer creativity standpoint, it's pretty cool. So, shout out, implementers.
Watch, they're gonna make all
Right on.
They're gonna make all the Noldo, who we always think of as like casters, it could be warrior buffed or something crazy.
yeah. Plus 5 OB when smiting.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, I think everyone's really excited to see Tarknarb changes happening. Some more love to the dark side.
I think it's cool that it's basically confirmation that Zogs are going to have a different set of Subrace changes, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder what those are. But
do you think who do you think the next one's going to be? Because we got Noldo left. We've got dwarves.
Dunedain left.
Dunedain.
Yeah. Noldo, Dunedain, dwarf, half elf, Zogs.
Oh yeah,
and
half elves
Biens.
haven't got it. Biens haven't got it either. Wow. Yeah.
They'll do Biens last just to fuck with Bien.
They probably will. Staub. I don't know how you say the name. Staub. That level 100 dwarf that runs around. He was talking the other day, and he's like, "Yeah, of course they leave the dwarves to last."
Yeah, it's interesting in MUME how everybody feels that their favorite race is the like black sheep of the community.
Yeah. Nobody plays Noldo.
Yeah, right.
But yeah. Well, awesome. Do you have any interesting stories or insights into how that process went? Was anyone fired for suggesting anything? Or
No, as far as I know, no one's been fired yet. I'm sure it could happen in the future, and if it does, maybe there'll be a cool justice post about it. But no, I don't believe that has happened.
Someone says give trolls more OB, more hit points, and they're just instantly demoted. It just
Yeah, make them sun-die like inside buildings or something. That'd be bad.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I guess with that out of the way, why don't jump into some of you, Aloonion. So tell us a little bit about when you started playing.
So yeah. You want me to go over God or Mortal?
Let's go with Mortal. Let's start at the very beginning.
Okay,
man.
sure.
Yeah, give us the whole journey, dude. The whole journey.
Who is Aloonion?
I played a little bit 20 plus years ago in the 90s. All those characters I've deleted. To be honest, I don't even remember their names. So when I came back in 2020, I believe, it was basically like a new game. I was mob dying. I couldn't walk down the road without mob dying,
Wait, what year? Sorry, what year? What year?
Probably 95, 96.
Yeah, but sorry, what year did you come back? Sorry.
Oh, I think about around 2020.
Just 2 years ago?
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got on that shit.
I played a little bit.
Went to the head of the
2009.
class, dude. Yeah.
I think I played a little bit in 2019 with an account that was also deleted through non playing, but then I really started playing back in 2020, and that's the account that I currently have. Yeah. So of course, as it goes for everyone, just slowly started getting back into it and remembering things and learning how to run away from wolves and not dying, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And got into a few PK skirmishes, got into a few large PK skirmishes that were cool. Fought the person who I fought the most and died the most to was Zut. So props to him.
Mm-hmm.
great fighter. And yeah, so
Yeah,
to be
actually,
honest,
I just wanted to shout out real
yeah.
quick. All right, so a lot of darkies get a lot of hate because they kill you over and over again. Don't get me wrong, but like a lot of times they don't get enough credit for actually making the game interesting and really having a lot of skill. Zud's put in a lot of effort, and he's actually pretty. He's pretty. As much as people like to complain when they die to him, he's pretty good. Anyway,
Yeah, I like how that. I like that.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
in my experiences as Mortal at least. And so
Yeah, shout
at
out
some
Zud.
point,
Shout out Zud. Zud's a friend of the pod, honestly. Yeah.
right on.
Keep going.
And at some point, I just decided I wanted to try building, and so I didn't even know if I could do it. But I made a god and hopped onto a test zone. Went through the initial test zone process and was accepted, and then did a full zone. Then things just kind of progressed from there. I guess I kind of got addicted to the building aspect of it, and just kind of went crazy at some points with with the building, and got to where we are today.
And
Did you
go ahead?
go ahead? Go ahead. No, you go ahead, man.
I was just gonna say, and like, so you just really loved the process, and so that's what like kept you going, or
Yeah, there was there's like when it comes to a zone, there's like there's checkpoints that happen within a zone. There's like ways to know that you're 20% down a zone, you're 30% down a zone, So like there's unlike with other things in the game, there's ways that you can say, oh, I checked off this zone, I checked off this zone. They become things that you can work towards, and things that you can say that you completed.
You can log in, do some work, like have confidence that you were productive and
Exactly.
that kind of thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Certainly my playing does not have that feature.
yeah.
Right on. It doesn't have to. Yeah, it doesn't have to.
Yeah, right on. But can I ask? So not going to pry on your personal life, but are you software engineer in real life? You've got some
I've been a software engineer my whole adult life basically.
Did you were you coding in a game context before you became a god for other games or for MUME? Like were you in kind of in the intersection of coding and gaming there, or only
Not
after
really.
you became a god?
The only games that I wrote were personal games. A couple jobs ago, I wrote a game that worked on little tiny pieces of hardware, and it was insanely easy to die. That was basically the only thing I did. But when it came to multiplayer games, no, MUME was the first.
Wow. Were you like scripting the hell out of your client and like totally building some big elaborate Mudlet or Tintin type package from MUME, or not even there? It wasn't until you
I have a
got
personal
to
Tintin package yet. To be honest, a lot of the things that I've scoured are from online, but I've tweaked a bit of them. I wouldn't consider myself a Tintin pro, but I have extended things a little bit. Yeah,
that's a go ahead. No, excuse me.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say we have so many. Whenever I mean, MUME is obscure, but when I Google it and I find some Tintin or I find some Powwow or something, like people are putting blood, sweat, and tears into these packages and these scripts and these snippets, and I'm like, man, there's something here. There's a talent, there's a dedication to it.
Yeah, like when you see all the herbs listed, with their real name, their description and their real name. It's just insane.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome that you're using Tintin because not a lot of people. I'm assuming you're playing from like a Linux console or a Mac console then, or?
Yep, that's why. Yeah, I use a Mac. I use a Mac and Linux, depending. But yeah, most of the clients work on Windows instead, as you probably know. So
yeah. Because I did some Tintin back in the day, some Tintin scripts for some friends that played from Linux, and like on other MUDs, Tintin's quite common, but it's on MUME not so much. So it's nice to know that other people are using Tintin.
I wonder why on other MUDs it is. Is it because like the MUD itself gives out packages that makes it interface well with it.
It just has to do with whoever the prominent scripters in that particular MUD who release code, whatever client they're using. So, for example, on one of the most popular MUDs, the official client is a rebranded Mush client, and so all the scripts are Mush client. And then other MUDs, the client scripts that are most common might be Mudlet or 1010. MUME's kind of the only one that has like JMC and powwow, though.
Interesting. Okay. And to be honest, I don't know what I'm missing by not using that. Maybe it would be a better experience. I don't know, but I'm just kind of used to this. So I think I'll just continue to use it.
I agree. Like I use powwow, and it's sad that there's not a ton of documentation. You really have to dive, but there's so much depth to it. I mean, you can do amazing. I mean, I think Tintin's even better, but there's so much you can do in powwow but it's cryptic and it's obscure. It's a little arcane. You really have to hack around, but
Yeah,
I mean, the sky's the limit. Like I've never felt that I was held back by the total like headroom, total potential of the client. It's just my knowledge of it, my understanding of it.
definitely the lack of documentation, because some of us are code illiterate over here, and so you'll see these setups which are insane, and you're like, I wish I could do that, and then you try to do it and you can't get close. You're like, I guess I'm going to stick with the M mapper. That's my client, but
Yep.
we need a showdown between Aloonion and Nazgum for best Tintin setup, because
I think Nazgum will win that, actually.
Nazgum's is
Yeah.
awesome. I love it. I watch his videos.
so
I'm like,
clean.
fuck, I gotta set this up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
so
he'll
wow.
win that hands down.
Yeah. So Aloonion, you had some historical familiarity with the game and had dabbled before. You come back in 2020. You did not have a ton of building experience, but you just get going, and now you're just on fire, basically.
Yeah, and I can't say it started on fire. It kind of started slowly. And so as you might have heard, if you've read on Random Roots on the Interested in Building channel, sub channel, the zones are usually around 100 plus rooms, 100, 150, something like that.
Right.
And so when you're handed one, it could be completely empty. You have to fill each room with a description, and so it can be quite daunting when you get it. So when I first started, my goal was to do like maybe 1 to 5 rooms a day, and just keep doing that. And not worry too much about the quality, not make it complete crap, but not make it, not spend too much time on each sentence. And
Right,
so
just grind, just keep going.
exactly, yeah. And so that just kind of turned into something quicker. It kind of turned into like 20 rooms a day. So I was just spending more and more time at it, and then that turned into the zone getting done quicker, I guess, and then things progressing from there. But I guess you can kind of learn to either how to write a room, just like there's certain methods you can use to write a room description. You can like pick an object and then focus on that. You can focus on the sub area that you're in. It depends on kind of like the width, of the area that you're in. Are you in a huge area? Are you in a small area? And you can kind of just like make up things that would be in that area. And that's kind of what I did.
So we actually got a question in chat here from Kiltor. Maybe you can or cannot disclose this, but what was this? What zone did you build?
Oh, well, that's actually something I can. Well, because Rogan made it public when he talked. So he talked about the Brelands, and it was his own in there.
Okay, all right. So it's in the Breland rework.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Is it Prancing Pony in or? Is it...
I wish. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Yeah.
It was an elaborate non-Euclidean network of legend home streets.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Non-Euclidean.
But what is it? Is it you love the writing? You love the creative process? You love trying to anticipate game scenarios and game difficulty? But tell us a bit more about what really, really kind of gets you pumped, like gets you super, like what when you that's really cool how you started with like a goal of 1 to 5, and then you just got so into it, it kept like ramping up. Like, what is it that really just drives kind of the creative juices and get you flowing like that?
It's a good point. Good question. Part of it is getting the zone done. Like there's a big goal of getting the zone done. Part of it's that. And then, but part of it, like when it comes to each room, is how it fits into it. You know, you kind of like stand there, you know, like picture yourself standing in the room, you know, in your mind. And what do you see? You know, how far can you see? You know, are you able to see past that cliff to your left, to the west? And these zones are supposed to be 2 miles by 2 miles, so you can't really think about things that are like 5 rooms away. It doesn't really make sense. The curvature of the Earth starts to come into play at some point, and other things.
Is MUME curved? I didn't know that. I thought it was flat. I have no.
That's a good point. Yeah, it might be flat
we've
Earth.
never disclosed this on the pod, but Slaya is actually a flat Middle Earth.
I am a flat Middle Earther. That's what I thought.
Okay.
It is a very obscure. Yeah, it's really just him. It's just him actually. But
we have a very small group.
It's a
I
very.
never read
obscure.
anything in Tolkien. I never saw anything that would suggest that the world was round. And they talk about later on the reshaping.
Dense part of it too.
Of the world, of the reshaping of
Oh
Arwen.
wow. Okay.
I mean,
Cool.
so I mean,
Did he talk about an ice wall or anything? Sorry, go ahead.
I don't remember that. I don't remember.
Right, Nick, you and I, we're gonna have to form a convention. Okay, we're just gonna have to have to go there. But aside from the flat versus round Middle Earth, so when you are building a zone, what are the biggest hurdles that you like to knock out first?
The biggest hurdles is the theme of each room. And because like the writing style of rooms inside of Bree is going to be much different from, say, the writing styles of rooms within Moria, you know? And making sure that you don't fall into common pitfalls of writing, forced emotions being one of them, and certain things in MUME are allowed that aren't really sought after in fictional writing, like active voice, you know, doesn't really matter. Like you can use passive voice in the writing, it's okay. But forced emotions, things like that, describing things that are too far away, and kind of just putting yourself there. That can be, sometimes that can be hard depending on the zone, depending on if you have like repetitive rooms, like you have like a block of 10 by 10 fields. That can be kind of difficult sometimes to think of a unique description for each one.
Ocean rooms.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so that's when I kind of like go into that mode of like, just think of a random thing per room and focus on that. Make a couple sentences about it, and then maybe spend a sentence or two about what you can see, and then boom, you have enough, you know, and then go on, you know.
Actually, you kind of map out the rooms like on paper, just kind of, I imagine you have some sort of reference. So you have the layout, but do you kind of have like this area? I'm going to describe an area of land with some stumps that maybe some trees have been recently cut down or something, you know, or whatever. Like, have you got any sort of ideas that you drop in every room, or do you just kind of
Actually, that's funny you brought that up, because that is one thing that I did focus on. Yeah, it depends. Like if there is like a cluster of rooms that are forest or brush or something like that, you wouldn't want them all to be the same. You know, you would want them all to be a little bit different, you know. Maybe the brush is thicker in some rooms or not as thick in others. And I guess this would make the most impact to people who read room descriptions. And I guess the longer you play, the less room descriptions you read. And so other things like topology, move costs, and things like that come into play to when you're not really reading the room descriptions.
Well,
so yeah, different things matter at different points.
as long as we're kind of getting deep into the weeds here, we actually have kind of a special thing planned for today where we're actually going to build a couple rooms. And Dent or I should say Lome and Marvin are going to be building some rooms, and I'm going to build a room as well. And we can have the chat help out. And Aloonion is going to walk us through it. So
yeah, and as Nick so my god's name is Lome, which I got from the name generator, which apparently means twilight. But as Nick just pointed out to me ahead of the pod, obviously my name is a hypersexualized, romantic, young adult elven novel. So obviously, yeah, I don't know exactly how erotic werewolves and vampires fit into the young adolescent elven girl.
Oh, you know they're all about the werewolves.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
what would be? Yeah,
that werewolf between Fornos and Bree gets all of the
he's
action.
a sex symbol. Yeah. What would be the teenage years for an elven girl? Is that like from like 800 to 1400 years old? How would that work? Yeah.
It'd probably be something like, I mean, probably a few hundred years at least.
So they forget like 6 Harry Potter books. They need thousands
Are
of
elves
books.
truly immortal, or are they just like ridiculously old?
They're I mean, they don't die, but they can be killed. If they get killed, they can return to life after a while if they so choose.
But they're not like they will never ever die of old age.
They will never die. Yeah. Not of natural causes.
It's a lot of weird questions there. But
do they give God name changes? Can I change this guy's name? I kind of want to now. But
I don't know. That's a good question. We should get Rogan and figure out that. So Aloonion, are you at the ground zero?
Yeah, I'm here. You want me to transfer everyone in? Or
transfer us
you know how
in.
to
Let's
do
get
it?
this party
oh
started.
my God.
All right, sounds good.
I think we're also gonna need Rogan for the.
So I have
we got it.
everybody on the pod. We have zero. We did zero preparation for this.
Zero.
and at least I have been drinking alcohol, so we don't. This is a kind of a.
I think we are all on
of
that
a-
page right now.
It's a
We're
heavily-
literally all drinking alcohol right now.
This is a heavily dynamic situation. Yeah.
We are in the void, folks. In the void.
Oh.
Exits, none. Room name, none. Description,
Oh, Rogan.
none.
Rogan has a Warmatic. Look out. Okay.
Oh, he's
yeah. He's not fucking around.
this is actually just an ambush. We're just all getting.
Yeah. Yeah, he spawns a bunch of shitty metals for us. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So, do you have a topology that you're thinking of for these 3 rooms?
Well, so as the SV, usually will give us the kind of the direction of the zone that you want us to do. So, like, do you want this to be an evil zone, a good zone? Are you trying to think of like mountains, forests? What are we building here? What are you thinking?
He's throwing it back on you.
Exactly. That was a
Okay,
reverse
fine.
Uno
You do
card
that.
on you right there.
Right on. So I was thinking, the outline of the zone could kind of be irrespective of the mob level that's in it. But I think an interesting thing for 3 rooms would be 1 outdoor room, 1 indoor room, and 1 underground room.
Got it.
So the indoor room connects down to the underground room, and possibly the underground room is full of water. So it would be an underwater room. And then we can go about adding mobs to it. So yeah, we can go from there.
Perfect. All right. Well, it looks like I think Rogan's gonna give Marvin and Loam a quick promotion here to MC, so we can start getting our hands dirty a little bit. But you want to break it down. So you said indoor room, outdoor room, and underwater room. Got it.
Right. So we got the outdoor room would be the first, and then that's connected to the indoor room. and then that's connected to the underground room. So you wouldn't have a connection from the outdoor to the underground.
Okay, got it. So Mike and Nick, what kind of orientation do you want to put these 3 rooms? You want like east, west, down? What do you want? What's your game plan here?
I think just east. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Nick.
that
You
sounds
pick.
good.
You pick.
Yeah.
East down. Yeah, east down. Let's do it.
All right, too easy.
Sounds good to me. Okay. First thing you'd probably want to do is give them room names. And
Well, hold on one second here. We got Rogan. You're about to receive great powers, and with great power comes great responsibility.
Does that include the power to like make a Spider-Man movie that doesn't suck? Only the first 2 are good.
I liked the first one with Tom Holland. I thought that was pretty good.
wait, are we talking about the ones from 20 years ago or the most
I'm
recent
talking
ones?
about the ones from 20 years ago.
Oh, okay. I heard the most recent ones are pretty good, but I never saw them because I'm just kind of tired of reboots.
Yeah, I've been kind of after Infinity War. It's been kind of downhill in terms of without Iron Man, you know. But we are in the wrong universe right now. Getting back to Lord of the Rings.
Getting back to MUME, yeah.
Yeah, the MUME cinematic universe.
So are we? Let's see here.
Okay, I'm a Maya cartographer now.
Oh my gosh, we got
I don't even
2
need the podcast
cartographers,
anymore. I'm done. I'm leaving. Yeah.
or as they say,
Mission
cartographers.
accomplished.
Yeah. Mission accomplished.
Awesome. All right, Aloonion. So,
All right.
what are we doing?
All right.
Give
So
us a bit
with-
more of a
with-
theme, man. Give us kind of a.
Let's make it fun. Let's make it fun.
Sure. So the outdoor room, I don't know, tall grass, waving grass. You know, you're out in a field. So you have this old dilapidated shed, falling down
shed.
wood, you know,
Ooh,
Got
okay.
it.
mold on it, moss, ivy, things like that.
So let me. Okay. So now let me ask. So we can't, in the room name and room description, despite there being a litany of counterexamples, which we all know and love, we are not supposed to reference like any sort of time of year or time of day, right?
Correct.
Right. Okay. Which so tall grass is sort of immediately a challenge there, because you would not have tall grass like in the winter, right? But it's okay. We can still say tall grass.
Well,
I mean,
it
I'm
could
not busting
be.
your. I'm not busting your ball. I'm just saying because this is actually we're just for the pod here a little bit of a thing is that there's a lot of great kind of room descriptions and textual elements that we all know and love, which evoke emotions and kind of impressions that are clearly based on something which is like temporal to time of year or temperature or climate or something like that, or even time of day. But I know that you guys are pretty strictly against that when it comes to new rooms. Is that fair? Is that accurate? Or
Yeah. So what we could do really is thick bushes. I mean, those don't go away in the winter.
there you go. Now I understand why there's so many bushes in MUME.
Yeah.
No. I'm totally okay. Tall grasses is totally okay.
To be honest, though, I
mean,
mean, I know grass does die away in winter. To digress a little bit, if you don't cut your grass, let's say in your yard, and it just grows tall and starts seeding and stuff, does it really just die in the winter?
no, you're right. I'm not.
Depends
I'm
on the
not,
grass.
Yeah. I'm not busting balls. I'm 100% on board with tall grass.
No, I'm just
trying
not
to-
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we got
Maybe
tall
the
grass in
room name can be some grass which at times is tall but otherwise is climate appropriate length. How about that?
I think that'll be a very memorable new room name that
Yeah.
people will.
That's quite original.
it's
Yeah,
gonna-
so you can narrate like need help, climate appropriate, and everybody will know exactly.
It is interesting that there are a few rooms, not very many in the game, where the description changes based on things like the time of day.
Does it really?
So for example, the moon pool, the room description changes based on whether the sun pool or the moon pool, whether they are full or not.
Oh.
I didn't even know that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Imagine
look,
that.
hey everybody, the Gandalf has spoken from on high. Rogan has intoned for sanity reasons, which that would be the first time sanity has been leveraged in a MUME development context. But for sanity reasons, We ignore seasons and room descriptions and just describe them summerish. There you go.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay.
Perfect.
There we
So
go.
let's
There we
do
go.
let's do a meadow of tall grasses. How about that? A meadow of tall grasses.
That sounds good to me.
For the first room
That
name?
sounds
What do you
good.
guys
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so when it comes to room names, you have a room preposition and you have a room name. Those are two separate things. So when you're standing in a meadow, the preposition would, be in the, in the meadow. So that's how you would do it. You as a Maya cartographer, now you should have the room commands /
I
room.
do. I'm rocking.
Yeah.
I'm typing
So
/
what-
room repeatedly. Yeah. Okay.
Nice. So you should get like a big dump of
I
commands
do.
that you
I
can
do. Power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So exactly. So it's one of those things that you see name should be in there.
Oh yeah. I see name. I see K name, and I see preposition.
Right. K name would be a keyword name. So what you can type, if you are the one who
I'm
wants to do
typing
it.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
do this one.
I'm fully erect right
He's
now.
engorged
typing.
right now,
Let's
so-
do it.
All right.
Engorged,
Sounds good.
yeah.
Okay. Type / room space name space in the.
Can I do among the tall grasses? It has to be in the.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Okay.
can do that.
Among the tall.
But after among the, you want to put the at symbol to separate the preposition
Oh,
from the
got
room
it. Among the
at,
tall.
and then with no space.
No spaces. Okay.
Is it among the tall grasses? Is that what you wanted?
I did it.
So,
That's what I
like-
just did. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Nice. And we have a room name. Look at that.
Yes.
I'm gonna put it in the
You did it, baby.
the chat
Look out.
so everyone
Awesome.
sees.
Good job. One little nitpicky thing.
Yeah,
Don't
tell me.
capitalize the A. If you did.
Oh, in among? Okay. So
Correct. Yeah.
can I do it again? Or among the. Oh, okay, got it. So the preposition is not. Okay. And actually, I'm curious. Grammatically, should it be tall grass or tall grasses? I'm not sure. I'm going to do among
I think both are fine.
I think grasses is fine. Yeah.
Okay. Among the tall grass. Okay.
All right, Nick. Let's have you knock out the first sentence of the description here, because that's the next step after you got a room name, right? Usually.
Yeah, it could be. Could be.
All right, we'll do that, and then we can start messing with like some whatever process you want us to go on.
Yeah, we can do room descriptions next. Absolutely.
All right, let's knock out a room description.
I'm trying to think of it's admittedly been a very long time since I've read an example of a room description.
Well, so what do we got in this room? You said grass. We got a dilapidated shed.
Okay, you know what? If Nick, I don't want to, since I hate getting put in the spot in the pod, can I, Nick, you want to sub me in?
Yeah, why don't you
Go for it.
Okay,
By the way,
so you
that's
guys-
my
I'm
best.
full-
My
I'm
best thing I do on
fully-
the pod is put people on the spot. That's just what I do. Go ahead.
I'm fully expecting that I'm gonna get Rogoned hard for this. But okay, how about a first sentence? The path ahead is obscured. No, let me think about it. Okay, I do this on the fly. How about this, right? The path ahead is obscured by low vegetation. How about that?
Yeah, that's perfect. One thing you want to point out though, what does ahead mean? Or is it west, east, north, south?
Okay, got it.
Um,
Got it.
yeah.
Yeah, can't
Could
be
just say the
indefinite.
path.
Okay. East, but we're going east. Right? So I can say, how about the path continues eastward, but grows obscure amongst low vegetation. How about that?
Almost perfect. One thing though, if you're coming from the west and you're going west, you wouldn't think that the path is going eastward. Right.
Okay, so
So you could say the path goes east-west
got it.
and is
got it.
obscured to the east.
Okay,
Something like
so let
that.
me. I'll type it in, and you guys critique it. What would I would be slash? Is there a desk? What is it? Oh, slash desk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Is there
it's
some-
a
is there
/
some-
room desk. Yep.
Is there some fancy?
Hopefully
is
you
there
don't get the textual editor. Are you using what's your
It
client?
might. I use powwow. It might. Yeah.
For
Okay,
this, since the it can get a little wonky with the editing when it comes to mapper, let's just do like one sentence or something like that. For the
Yeah, one
description.
sentence is fine.
Because basically, if you're gonna do description writing, you generally want it to be in mapper because it's got this nice little like it tells you basically when you're gonna go over the line, and it's kind of a pain in the actual editor. So we'll just do one quick sentence for the description, or maybe a long sentence. I don't know, whatever you guys want to do.
Okay, so I'm gonna do /desk, and then I just type it in, and that's it. Hopefully,
Yep.
unless I'm gonna get the MUME manager. Okay, all right. So the path. Actually, this is interesting, and I hate to be so pedantic. Would it be more MUME-ish to say the path or a path? What do you guys think?
Yeah, that's a good point. In MUME, we like to stay away from the word the, unless it's
I love the word the.
Yeah, I know it's so great, isn't it?
The Greenway.
For specific. Sorry, what was that?
I was just saying that the old East Road, the Greenway, a path.
Exactly. Yeah, like the road to Fornos, things like that. So you could say a path.
Okay, all right.
All right, let's see what we got.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, Rogan wielding the Warmatic here is very like ominous for sure.
Yeah.
I just feel like I have intense pressure on me.
Yeah, he could whack us any second.
Yeah.
Okay, I did get the MUME thing.
Oh, that's not.
Did that work?
I don't know what I meant to do.
Yeah, an overgrown path
Yep, that's
lies
easy.
west to east here, obscured by low vegetation. How about that? Bam.
Okay, and there's one other thing I'm sorry I didn't bring up.
No, go ahead.
When it comes to the word the, it also applies to the preposition. Among the should be like among some.
Okay. Oh, the room name. Back on room name.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Gotcha.
So like
Okay,
among
okay.
some tall grass.
Yeah, sure. So I'm gonna just. So it's gonna be among at some tall grasses or among some at.
Among some at tall grass.
All right. Okay.
There we go.
Awesome. Okay, so we have our first room.
Sweet.
Now,
Woo!
all right, good
I
job.
don't know what
Good
you
job,
guys are
everybody.
complaining about.
Awesome. So now we want to go east, do we?
Oh, can I do a custom like sun and moon message?
You can't, but you can ask someone else to.
Oh, okay. No, I'm joking. Okay,
I don't
go
know how to
ahead.
do that.
Okay, you guys take the next one.
Well,
How do we dig a room?
yeah, that's a good question.
Okay, which direction do we want to go from here?
East, right? We said east down.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's eastbound, yeah.
Okay, so the next room is room number 1. And to get there, so it's your standard room command again. So room dig.
So like room dig east.
So the room dig takes 2 arguments, the direction and then the room number.
Ah, so like room dig east 1. Nope.
And in this case, the room number will be :1.
So should I type that in?
Go, Nick. You got it, baby.
So room dig east, and you said, so is it east :1? Is there a space there, or
Yeah, there's a space.
so colon space 1?
Oh,
It's like
between
that,
colon,
right?
no, there isn't. No, it's E space :1. Yeah, just like that.
There we go. Put that in chat real quick. Nice.
And look at that. If you look, you'll see the direction east. Yep.
Perfect. And now we can go
Holy
east
shit.
into the void, and back to the tall grasses.
Wow, love it.
Sweet. So now we have our soon-to-be indoor room.
Oh, awesome. All right, so we got an indoor room. What's the theme here? All right, so we're inside this shack. What is going on here?
Oh man, it's seen better days. It's crumbling all everywhere.
We got a crumbling shack here.
There's large boards lying on the grounds, mice droppings, things of that sort.
Gotcha.
It's not looking good.
Outhouse.
You want it to be an outhouse, Nick?
Well, there's already an outhouse in MUME, and there's some scary snakes in there, which gave me nightmares when I was 12.
Well, we're all for nightmares. Do what you got to do, man. Name it.
All right. All right.
So is Matt doing that, or am I doing that?
You
You're
got
doing
this.
that, Nick.
You got
You're-
this.
You got the
Okay.
baton, man.
So-
Let's see if I remember. So it was /room,
Mm-hmm.
name, and let's see, it was we just doing an outhouse, or are we doing any kind of a
Make it fun, man. The crumbling, the shaky
crumble.
outhouse. Yeah, exactly. The dilapidated outhouse.
okay, so
How about a suspicious
A
outhouse?
suspicious outlast. I'd put it outlast. All right, yeah, clearly.
is there any
The beer's starting to work.
white is there supposed to be any white space between the and the at and the
No white space, no.
okay,
Yeah.
so let's try you say a crumbling White House or White House?
The White House. Yeah, the crumbling White House.
No comments.
So it could be in a crumbling outhouse, yeah.
We got to get some viewers in on this too. We're gonna ask for suggestions here on the room description. We need a sentence. We need a good sentence. Something about a dilapidated shack.
I think I got that. It says
Let's take a peek.
room name a crumbling outhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Or we should capitalize the O, probably?
Yeah,
Exactly.
the
Yeah,
O needs
capitalize the O.
Oh, you don't. Okay, so, but you don't capitalize crumbling, or do you capitalize crumbling?
Yeah, you
we
would
do.
capitalize crumbling. What you don't want to
just don't
capitalize,
the preposition.
you don't capitalize the preposition, and also things that are in the room name that would be in the preposition, like I don't know, at a crumbling house in the Misty Mountains. You wouldn't capitalize it in, if that makes sense.
Right. No ins, no ofs, no. So what about
Yeah.
now?
I need more beer.
One thing, the preposition, a, you would want to say like in a instead of a. So we're almost there.
And so while we're doing this, by the way, be thinking what kind of. So we got these 3 rooms. We got an underground room, we got an indoor room, we got an outdoor rooms. What kind of mobs do you want in these rooms? What kind of items do you want in these rooms? This is the thoughts we're going to have here, because we're going to be putting these in right after this and making this a living area. You know what I'm saying? Kiltor wants a door. Oh, yeah, we could have a door, too. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Trapdoor. The outhouse.
Awesome. Well, now, yeah, we got
Fall through to what must not be mentioned.
we got the name. Well, let's dig that last room then real quick before we even put the description in here, so we can put a door in. Want to do that?
I will let someone else dig since I just did that.
Okay, so
awesome.
what do I... Yeah, so / I'll dig.
So / room dig down. I think we're gonna go to :3.
2.
2?
Oh, :2. Okay. Oh yeah, because we started at 0.
Yeah.
Got it.
But I don't do a room. I don't do a room name here, right?
Not yet. Correct.
Okay. Oh wait. / room dig. This room does not exist. It says this room does not exist. / room dig D:2.
That doesn't work?
Nope. That's exactly what I typed in.
This room does not exist. Did Rogan not give us enough rooms? Is that what's going on here? Here, Rogan, can you...
No.
I need the dig authority. Gotta test this. Oh. Maybe it's defaulting to a different zone. Maybe that's it.
Okay. There we go.
Did it work? Nice! Yep. Sweet!
Weird, because I
Cool.
didn't type the zone number when I did it.
Sweet.
Yeah, I don't know why that is.
The weirdness.
Right, so I shudder to think what this down room is now.
Ooh. Yeah, you dug yourself a hole here, Nick.
I think you're the one that just dug the hole.
That's a good point.
Maybe beneath the outhouse might be the best PC answer for this one.
Don't look up. Don't look down.
Kilter suggests in a filthy
Yeah, just get out.
cesspool. Nax
No, I
says,
just did. I just named it Noxious Darkness. I just did it.
Noxious
Not
darkness.
the
I like it.
Yeah.
Try
See,
this.
I have a creative vision now that I'm operating with.
So we got
So,
in the chat.
All grasses east into a crumbling outhouse, down into a noxious darkness.
Actually, I really like
It's-
that. That's a cool name.
It's almost perfect. We just don't capitalize it in.
Oh, okay.
Player Knack suggests one of the descriptions. On the floor lie broken streaks and imprints of claws. As you step on broken bones, you hear a loud knack. That's great. That's great. I love the first sentence. Actually, I love the second sentence too, but I have a feeling Rogan's going to say something about that.
Okay, did we did not do a room description in Crumbling Outhouse, right?
Mm-mm.
We did not. Okay.
No, we can add that.
So we got to throw something
figure out.
quickly in there. Dent,
You have
Rogan wants you to earn your stripes here. Got to come up with one sentence
For which?
for the outhouse. So it's going to be /room desk like that, and then just whatever you want to say. You can just say it's a dark room in here or something like that. Open wire. A victim of time and neglect, this old outhouse struggles to rise from the grass around it. A crude door twists on a single old leather hinge. Scraps of wood and vegetation litter the ground, and some sort of nest made of grasses is built in one corner. A single crude seat with a hole in it opens to a pit below. Wow, that's a good one. That's a really
Nice.
good one. That's a really good one. Dent, if you want, or Marvin, if you want to take maybe down, or something, we could use.
I
that
did
one.
one down.
Oh, yeah, we already got one down. What we got? We
I got a
got
sentence down.
close fumes and ill vapors obscure the true dimensions of this cavern. I like
That's
it.
perfect.
I like it. All right, we should definitely have a door though. Definitely should have a
Yeah,
door.
let's do it. How do I? Okay, I'm in Crumbling Outhouse. How do I do a door?
All right,
I want
so
to
a
do a
door.
delayed door. A delayed door.
Oh, you want a delayed door? Okay, so that's two separate steps. First, we want to add a door, and to do that, I think you can do that as MC. Do you have the dadd
Yep.
command? Okay,
/room dadd.
and if you
West.
type that, it'll probably give you an error message with what you're supposed to type.
Nope, I got it. Creaky door.
Oh, you got it. Okay, sweet.
Damn.
Nice. Oh, I like
And
it.
All right, one thing you'll need to do is add a door east on the other side. Otherwise, you'll have a one-way door.
right. So
I love doors. The creaky door is open. This is actually kind of a cool area. I kind of want to use it. The crumbling plank is open. Oh, I like it. So you have two different names on either
Yeah.
side. I like it. Awesome.
Okay, let's get this delayed.
Sweet. So, Aloonion, if you're gonna put it in, can you go through the steps of of what we're doing here? In order to delay it.
So to add something like a delayed door, and we're talking about like a door that takes a while to open, right?
By the way,
That's what you need.
Open Wire in the chat is saying creaky door sounds like a cheap Twilight Zone knockoff. So, shots fired.
Yeah, I
in the
mean,
chat.
I'm all down with cheap.
Exactly.
It's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
So how are we making this delayed?
Yeah, so that's an MB thing. But someone with the access can add it. So it's a lib that you add. You get this during the MB phase, and to do that, you would want to add a lib called heavy door.
So let me type it out here. So it's /lib room here. Add heavy door. Is that it?
Yeah.
Add heavy door. I'm gonna.
Hopefully you have access.
I don't have access, but I'm gonna say it so that
Okay. Yeah, maybe wrote that.
people can at least see it. That's I typoed it, but that would be the command. And so libs are essentially like packaged muddle, right?
Yep. They're packaged metal that are easily added. They're like hot swappable in rooms, and so they don't suffer from one-offs. They're heavily used and heavily tested, basically by the player base. So
Okay, Rogan's putting the foot down on the lib. All right. So next step. Do we need to do?
Okay, no. I want to do a climb exit up.
Oh yeah.
I'm down in
Okay, right on.
darkness, and I want this to be a climb exit up. How do I do that? I see remove.
So for that,
climb set. Okay.
Exactly.
Room climb set up. Difficulty, I'm guessing, is what, like I
think it's a number value, like the percent.
But what
Yeah,
percent?
like I think it's what climb you need for it.
Okay, I'm gonna do 70.
Damn.
And then damage.
Damn, this is a tough outhouse to get out of. You get stuck in here.
So like you try to climb out of that hole and you just sort of slide back down.
Oh man, that's creepy.
And we've got Marvin here with his description. A dank and grimy and eye-watering stench emanates from the floor. I like it. Got 3 desks.
There we go.
And we got a climb exit up.
Yes.
But now we need are we gonna have a climb down? What are we doing for that?
No. We're gonna do when you enter the outhouse from the west, there's a dice roll to fall down.
A dice roll to fall.
So you just kind of slip on the slick floor.
Yeah. No, a floor panel gives way and you fall down below.
Oh, a proper trap.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't actually know how to.
How do we do that?
That would probably be custom model, but it's something that could be added.
So I was going to ask about when you have some of the exits that send you a message. For example, the room in where the archer's wrist guard loads. A couple rooms away from that, you go into the animal pen, and it actually, coincidentally, it says something about you stepping in a pile of excrement or something. When you move out into the room, is that something that a MC could put in, or is that
no? That's MB.
Additional. Okay.
Yeah, but that would also be a lib.
Okay, I'm down in noxious darkness. I want to make this a no locate room.
I see. So that's a flag. That's room flag isolated.
Okay.
Okay, so we're not gonna be able to pour in and out of here. So there's flags. So what's the command for that? Is room
flag
isolate. Okay, I'm gonna put that in the chat for everyone to see.
Oh, and we should make the outhouse itself no ride.
Absolutely. Yeah. You want to make it no ride. Depending on the condition of the roof, you might want to make it dark.
So, hold on one second. Also, yeah, Nick and Mike, be thinking what do we want in this? Actually, and chat as well. What kind of? I think there should be something down in this pit. What should we put in this pit? What's an evil thing to put in this pit, or maybe a good thing to put in this pit?
Eels.
Eels? Ugh.
Eels.
What is the what's the snare snake? Is that gray snake? Gray water snake?
You mean
What's
a serpent? The water serpent?
Serpent? Yeah, what's the
Yeah.
snare serpent? Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I like the water serpent.
You want to put a water serpent in here?
down in the out, yeah.
I don't know,
Oh,
Rogan.
this is a
Rogan,
water
can we do
room.
that?
We forgot to make this a water room. We forgot.
That's a good
That was
point.
the whole point. Yeah, we forgot. Yeah.
How do we
yeah,
make
yeah.
it water?
How do we make it water? So I'm gonna type /room.
That would be sector. Room, sector, water.
Sector. Okay.
I almost think it should be
Is
like
that underwater or
Depends on
did
what
I-
you would want.
Oh wait, which? Oh no, I did the wrong room. Shit. How do I accidentally made the outhouse itself.
a flooded outhouse?
Yeah. How do I remove the sector on
Minus.
Okay.
Or actually, with sector, there's just a single value, so you just override it. When it comes to flags, though, to remove it, you put a minus sign.
So I'm gonna do city. What would it be? Building.
Knack is
Okay.
asking in the chat.
No, indoor. Indoor.
Yeah.
Knack is asking in the chat how
I
they
don't
did
have
the
indoor.
the messages at the beginning of, like, when you enter Gilded, there's like some like the door creaks or whatever messages, and essentially that's done like Kilter says in chat, where it's an echo basically. So when you're sitting in the room, it'll push these messages out to you every once in a while. I don't know,
Right
is
on.
that something we can do at MC or not?
No, that'd be MB phase.
Okay, gotcha.
Hold on, guys. I don't have indoor on my
Didn't
room
they-
sector.
Didn't
Well,
they
I do-
rename that to building? I seem to remember a news message about that.
Oh, yes,
on
yes.
the,
My bad.
on the player,
Building.
on the mortal side at least. Yeah.
Okay, so down. Okay, so did we do water or underwater? I'm gonna do water. I don't want to do underwater.
Yeah.
Okay, tall grasses, east through a pretend delayed door to crumbling outhouse.
Yeah,
down
and-
to noxious darkness in the water. Oh, the water's frozen solid. Okay.
And now you can see the. I think once if it's in a building though, does it still freeze? Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I haven't set a sector for noxious darkness though. Should I?
Yeah. Yeah, you trim.
Cavern. What would this? Oh wait, no, it's water. Yeah, I did. I said it. It's sector water.
Maybe it's a flag. Is there a flag for indoors?
You can be an indoors room and have water, or the sector can be water. There's a little bit of a difference there. But
Okay, so I set.
So you mean kind of like how in some rooms you can be in an indoor room and you can drink even if there's not necessarily a visible water source object in the room that might be in the distance.
exactly, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, like a river or something.
OpenWire wants this to be a outhouse or a new subrace outhouse troll. That's it's got superb climb. Superb climb.
Shithouse troll.
It hides in the bottom of shithouses, and that would be terrifying. Actually, that legitimately would be terrifying. Do you guys want to put a troll down here? Can we do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Like one of those
Yeah, we
warty
could do
trolls.
that.
Filthy troll. Filthy
Oh,
troll.
filthy, yeah.
Is
How do
One
I
second, let
summon
me
a
think of one to
filthy
look.
one? Oh, we need to do dark. We need to make it dark, right?
yeah.
So room flags dark.
Mm-hmm.
Are there different types of darkness or just one?
I
Okay.
think there's just one.
Okay. So room flags dark. Got it.
Yeah. Now it's got the exclamation point saying it's dark.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's indoors. I like it. Actually, I think up should be dark as well, right? Because it's inside a house.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Depends on if it has windows, you would want to also have it be sunlit, so dark and sunlit.
wait a minute though. Can we have a troll in a water room?
Yes. I think so.
Yeah, yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't
He's
matter.
waiting.
Like Yeah.
How would he's waiting? Yeah. A filthy troll stands here, waist deep, and yeah. How would that work?
I'm trying to remember, but I think
Well, I can't think where in Arda are there trolls in a water room?
well, what about near CC in Moria with the snakes? What is that? That troll that's like a couple west northwest.
Bent drooling.
It's
Is that bent drooling?
It's with the snakes.
Oh yeah,
in it.
serpents. The serpents. Yeah, he does have the two.
We now
snakes
have
there.
5 filthy trolls in this room. This is terrifying.
Oh man. Oh, this is the worst outhouse. Definitely
And
0
this
out
room
of
is
5
already
stars.
scary.
A squad.
I don't want to think of little trolls like underneath me in the outhouse. That just. This is gonna
Yeah,
give me
that's
nightmares.
not a tourist destination.
All right.
All right, so we got some mobs in here. We've got our sector types. We've got our descriptions. We've got the climb exit. I think. What else? What are we missing here, Aloonion?
I don't know. In the outhouse, it would be cool up above because, well, you don't know if the mobs are alive or dead, but you do know that there's water down there always. Even I guess even if it's, well, it could freeze. But you could have some messages that pop up periodically about the water below. You know, you hear water sloshing, or
Can we make that conditional if the mobs are alive?
So I just found a bug with this room. When I look up, it says the descent is easy to climb. Shouldn't it be at the?
Oh,
ascent?
sorry, that was me. I did that. That was my fault. I thought that was me. Okay.
5 minutes
Yeah.
on the job, and he's already introducing bugs to the
No,
game.
I thought so when you set a climb, it asks you for a direction, and I thought that was what direction you fall, not what direction you look, I guess. So, slash room climb set up 80, 50, 70.
I so just
50,
want to like script my client and make like a dialogue that pops up with a bunch of check boxes and combo boxes to set all this stuff.
and those climb directions seem pretty obvious when you're going up or down, but they're less obvious when you're going other directions, like south or north or west or east.
Okay, can we so muddles off the table for right now? Is that
Yeah, muddle's off the table. Muddle takes a long time.
Okay.
Well, more than the time we have.
Are there things you can do like conditional, trigger, RNG, random chance, random?
The thing about the snapping board that would send you into the filthy trolls could be done. It'd be a pretty mean thing to do. But that kind of thing could be done. The thing that's conditional on the mobs being alive could also be done. That would be special muddle. And trying to think of anything else. Any other ideas?
So let's say you have what you were describing. You know, you step on the board and you fall into here. How does that look internally? Is that a forced movement where it forcibly moves you down, or is it a forced teleport where it teleports you into this room and gives you a message?
I think it could be either.
What about a slope? Can we add a slope?
Yeah.
Okay, so
but that's also MB phase out, unfortunately.
So you can make a room, but you can't. Okay, that's funny. Okay, so if I want to, so can you wait, Peter? Can you add a slope?
I don't have access to this right now. Let me double check.
Okay.
Maybe I
You
do.
don't really have a description for.
Yeah, crumbling outhouse does not have a description.
No, I mean like
Yeah.
for like the exits. Like if we type look up or look down.
So we can do that. You can add an e desk. So go room or slash room, e desk, and then like east or west, and then you can add a quick little blurb about whatever you see over there.
Yep.
Yeah, ideally, Rogan would give us access to start doing some slope stuff, but part of his job is to tell us
slopes feel pretty innocuous to me. Is that really the? but I'm not questioning. I'm just.
I think it's just you don't have. Yeah, there we go. Rogan takes his SV responsibilities very
Yeah,
seriously.
that is abundantly clear. No one has doubted that ever. No one who's played in the past 10 years.
You carefully try to walk on the frozen water.
Awesome. Well, I think in order to truly finish this off, we should put an item in here, and whatever else you guys want, and then Aloonion, you walk us through the steps of like, okay, so these are the phases that we hit, and what else would be required for this to open in the real world?
Sure. Okay. So for items, what do you think? I mean, personally, what I would like for this would be like the items to be down below. The hardest room would have the treasure.
Let's add the sickly green mushroom down there.
Why
Sure.
not? So Aloonion's gonna have to do this because I don't have access, and we I don't know. And loading objects is at the MB phase. So traditionally, I think what the standard looks like is you do essentially what we're doing right now, which is all the room descriptions, all the names, and the sectors and everything. And once you kind of get that map set, then you populate that map. Some players, once they've hit like MB, if they get a new zone, so I think Azan does this. Azan, however you say that. He does it from room 1, he'll start populating it. So he'll have one room and he already start putting mobs and slopes and stuff like that in it. But I do like this little area. I'm not gonna lie. I would PK here. Stand up, spam hit.
Well, especially that's what I was going with the percent fall through. You've got to. I was trying to think you have a chance if you fleece someone in. There's a chance they fall down, and maybe that gives you enough time to come in and close the door. That's what I was going for. I was trying to think of something where maybe we could make I don't know we could make the climb back up delayed as well. So if you get someone in and they fall in, then you're in. You come in, you spam east, close exit west, and you have enough chance. And if you're a mountain troll, it's even faster.
Yeah. Half the time, yeah.
So are we adding an item to this, or?
I'm actually asking for permission.
Oh, we all need permission.
Well, now I know why herbs are so rare, because it's quite a lot of process to add one.
It depends on which one.
Yeah, sickly mushrooms. What are they for? They're for the dark drop.
Silonia,
right?
Baby, Silonia.
Are they really?
Seeing lore, aren't they? Seeing lore, right?
Seeing
that's
lore.
moss.
I think
phosphorescent moss.
That's phosphorescent moss.
Oh,
Sickly green mushroom is used for traveling quest and Silonia herb lore, to my knowledge.
Gotcha. There we go.
There it is.
All right, there it is.
Yes. Hell yeah. Wait, you made one. Did someone take it? Where did it?
I think it's still in his inventory.
Oh, okay, it's still in. Interesting.
There we go.
there it is.
Oh,
Decayed into dust.
The Noxus fumes are so bad, even a sickly green mushroom.
Poor mushroom.
But anyway,
it's a fun thing to group.
Yeah,
It's
this would be.
It's more fun to group build than to group PK. Honestly.
It would be really cool. Yeah, exactly. To do this with kind of what we're doing now. Just grab a couple of beers and just have half an hour just building some stuff. But anyway, so let's say we got our slopes in there, and let's say that we had our fun echoes like player Knack was wanting and Mike was wanting, and then we had an item or two in here. So that takes us to the MB phase. So how do we get from there to in game?
I see. All right. So
What are our next steps?
MC phase would just be basically the descriptions, the exits, the sectors, the flags, the doors, things of that sort. Once you have all that set, you'll be promoted to MB.
Okay.
At MB phase, you're going to be adding the objects and the mobs and the libraries to each room. And that's basically it. You might also manage model requests for special things in Zone that people with model access could build for you. And then once that part is completed, then you're promoted to Maya Write.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and the Maya Write phase is basically just grants you more power than the MB phase. Each level grants you more power than the next.
And then how do these three rooms get to active play?
I see. So the minimum requirement usually 3 full lines of description. The previous things you were talking about before, like
Yeah.
the up description for the climb, you would want to describe each way of the climb. You might want to add some objects into the outhouse. Who knows, like some dilapidated chair. Who knows? Yeah. Things like that. Maybe
Yeah.
a delayed door. And yeah, it's got some good bones on it though. The 3 rooms.
So essentially, what you're doing
I
right now
added
is
a
you're doing a
couple
review for it, right?
Right. Yeah.
I added a couple descriptions to the exit east and up. I don't have my
Oh, I
spell
see it.
checker
I see
turned
it.
on,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
hopefully there's no typos in there.
Well,
but
hold on a second. Where did you add him? I don't see him.
Yeah, where'd you add them
east
there? I
and
don't...
inside the main outhouse to the east and to the up.
Oh, I see. I gotcha.
Oh, slimy green moss covers the wall.
Yes, the wooden ceiling is warped and rotted.
There you go.
I
Okay.
like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So once you do your review, then because as the SV, then it goes to like the higher up. So like Rogan basically would review it, right?
So it depends. It depends on which part of the review process we're talking about. There's to at least in the examples that I've seen, the way that people get promoted, and probably for you too, LSR, the way that people get promoted is usually like an internal review with their SV, maybe a little bit of review from a higher up, and then if everything goes according to plan, then you get promoted. That's not when your zone is done though. There's a few more reviews that happen after that
Gotcha.
by other higher ups. There's some muddle checks that happen. There's things like that just to make sure everything is okay before it gets released to the live game.
So basically,
And
you finish the rooms, you finish the MCs, you get reviewed, make sure that you didn't make any stupid typos. Then you go to MB, you put your mobs in, you put your items in, you put your slopes in, your little muddle, and they decide, okay, that looks good. Same thing, no major typos. You didn't create any crazy mob traps or anything like that. And then they pass it off to the higher up, like your AZ or your AC, right? And they just double check everything, and then it's pretty much good to go. Is what you're saying?
as far as I know,
Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and the process, it depends on who reviews it, but the process can either be shorter or very long. It's just depending on the quality of your zone, depending on how in depth the
Well,
reviewer wants to be.
if it's my zone, it's shit quality. So let's be real about this. But
Okay, all right. Well,
But,
yeah, you can own it, you know.
no. Well, thank you for that, though. So this has officially been Aloonion's first time SVing, since you're an MS, so you're already a supervisor. But I guess first time SVing for some subordinates, and this is Lome's and Marvin's first time actually, get some dirt on their hands.
We built a zone that reminds us of the podcast.
It's just
Nice.
I love it. We're actually pretty close to time. That was actually really fun. So I kind of lost track there. To be honest. So
Yeah, good times.
I don't want to wrap it up too suddenly. But if anyone has any, hot takes or things they want to talk about for this zone or just building in general, now's the time.
I have no hot takes because I was just like having fun, sort of, sort of reading through the slash room command and kind of looking at stuff. So yeah, I don't have any hot takes at the moment.
Hot take is room or slash room command is cool. And
My hot take is MC should be able to set slopes. That's
make a strike.
My hot take is if I ever got into this, I would, in lieu of having it on the server side, I would script the hell out of my client and have, because I can actually do that in my client, and I could actually have GUI windows pop up with checkboxes and combo boxes to select things, and edit boxes and whatnot. Because I would love to just sort of tab around the controls and not have to remember the syntax.
Yeah, the syntax can be kind of a bitch for sure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
OpenWire is suggesting that the name of this podcast should be the Noxious Darkness MUME podcast, which is fairly accurate, fairly apt.
We'll consider it. Yeah.
I don't know, Aloonion, you got any thoughts?
Any hot take? Any hot take?
Any hot takes? I guess I like the as kind of an aside. I like the most recent change when it comes to spam in the game, and I hope things continue in that regard, reducing the amount of spam. I think it's a good direction.
I agree. Yes.
Yeah, as a from a blind player's perspective, are those pretty
Yes.
critical changes?
Those are anything that helps to reduce spam is much appreciated because
Gotcha.
it's an uphill battle. Yeah. I was going to ask actually because we were. I mean I know some. So I have my own little setup here. My own like mapper or whatever, and I have the remote editing support coded into that. So it was actually popping up my just notepad window, and I was writing that in. I was actually going to ask like Aloonion, what do you typically use for editing? Do you have anything fancy pop up, or do you just have like VI or any kind of like or do you have like a full-fledged word processor? Like, what do you use for editing your room descriptions?
Usually for room descriptions, usually for room descriptions, I use mmapper. For more complex things, this might produce some hate, but I use Emacs.
Yeah, no, Emacs is cool.
Right on. That's my go-to usually for most things. But for room descriptions, it's usually just straight through mmapper. Yeah.
What's your creative process, dude? What do you like when you're like crushing rooms? Are you just typing away in Emacs? You do a pencil and paper? You go to a coffee shop and think about it? Like, how do you kind of get your creative flow?
Do you use an AI generator?
That's a good question. No, I usually stay with an mmapper, and a lot of times, like when I did my zone, what I would do I would go for some of the rooms, I would go through a couple phases. The first phase would be writing down one, maybe 5 sentences of things that are happening in the room, and I've seen other builders do this as well. And then go back and create sentences out of those things. And because sometimes, like if you're getting kind of tired, like the sentences just don't come, but you can kind of think of some random things that go into the room, and then just put them down to remove for later. And so it would also depend on my energy level at the time. So it would basically come down to that. Yeah.
If you heard me like try not to burst out laughing just a second ago, it's because I walked in the room right as Rogan was purging the room, and rather than purging, he was like I was walking just in time to see the message: "A filthy troll is gassed by Rogan." This is in the down room up in the outhouse.
Oh man. Well, he picked that well.
I've never seen that one before.
Wonderful scatological humor.
Very nice.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think this is the first time I've got, like, this has been really educational for me too, because I haven't got to see what other people do when they're building. Like, it's weird when you're building, like, you're in your own little tiny world and you never get to see what other people's methods or like thought processes are. Just get a lot of no from Rogan. This has been really cool. So thanks guys for playing along. I appreciate it a lot.
Thank you so much, Aloonion. It's awesome, man.
Thanks to Rogan
thanks everyone for go ahead.
I was gonna say thanks to Rogan too for letting us create an outhouse in I don't know where this is exactly, but I'm gonna assume it's somewhere close
Valinor,
to
dude. This is one of the abandoned outhouses behind the Citadel in Valinor.
It checks.
I was gonna say this is given that it's so cold. I mean, it's frozen down there. I was gonna say this is probably near the Zogger's caves.
Yeah, this is.
I mean, they don't.
They need an outhouse too.
Yeah, oh, we should have put a guild master down there.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, the closest outhouse to them is in Grey Havens. They gotta like brave those gray cloaked huntsmen that go into Terminator mode every time they want to use it.
We should have put a Black Breath guild master in the outhouse or something.
That's perfect.
All right.
But
thank you, Aloonion, man. This was awesome, man. Thank you so much, dude.
Thank you as well.
Thank you for being an amazing SV for us and explaining on your thoughts on building, and excited to see what you do with the MS status you got now and building stuff and making stuff.
Thanks, man.
Really appreciate it. But yeah, without further ado, I think that pretty much concludes us. MUME Talk 15. Thanks everyone for joining, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Adios.